It's time for more Undead Unluck. We're doing episode 20, and last episode was a pretty meta episode. They were drawing the Undead Unluck manga, or people specifically said that they were actually drawing the one-shots that the manga was based on. So they were drawing the original thing that was turned into the full series that was now adapted into the anime. But that was called Undead plus Unluck, and that's why it was called that. So yeah, this is that was a cool episode last time. I also know about the fact that there was like the censorship kind of that they did in this, where in the anime it was like Undead was there threatening the girl to make her do what they wanted, but in the manga Izumo pulls out a gun and points it at her, which is very funny, and I do think that part in the anime was a little weird, but like I get why they wanted to censor that with a lot of the stuff that's been happening specifically at like manga and animation studios and stuff like recently and in the kind of unfortunately too recent past. So I can understand them being like, this is a weird setting to have that scene like that kind of comes out of nowhere. Not really. It's a good thing for her character development to show her like confidence and like what she's actually like taking steps to do now on her own. But it is like, what the fuck? She's just pulling a gun out on this person. So I can understand the anime studio going, let's, we'll tone that down a little bit. So it makes sense. I do wish they had her somehow threaten the girl in a different way, like maybe threaten her with things she said or something. That would be a cool way to do it, I think. But it not a big deal to me. Not really a big deal at all. So yeah, let's jump into this episode. I think we're gonna probably be introduced to Anno Un or something. What was their name? Do I have it here? And by the way, me just saying that out loud, I might have realized something. Anno Un, which I only just fucking realized. I haven't read this anywhere or anything, but just saying it out loud, it's supposed to be anon, right? Like anonymous. Anno Un. Oh, I'm so dumb. I can't believe I didn't pick up on that last episode. Okay, so we're gonna be meeting Anno Un, and seeing what the hell is going on there. Let's jump into this episode 20. Make sure to support the video, the channel, and my Patreon account in the description below for full-length versions of these reactions. If you want to watch the entire episode with me, you just sync it up with your own footage on my Patreon account. Let's jump into this episode 20 of Undead Unluck. 2020, December 5th. Canada Stanley Park. What the fuck? What the fuck is going? This is, huh? Did I miss something? Oh my god. Okay, is it a dream? Oh. That was something Anon was seeing? Tahioka. Oh, right, that's that girl. Huh? So is that why she agreed to it? Because she saw the future? What? The exact location where I am now. Wait. Is the narrator unknown? That would be kind of crazy. Well, you know what they sound like now. Silent phone calls must be frustrating. She looks comfy. Little puffy jumper. And he's still got his sleeves rolled up. It's cold enough to see your breath and he's rolling up his sleeves. 5 a.m. Ooh, that's beautiful. Poutine. So Canada. Oh, and it's like warm on a cold day. Oh, they're so quiet. Is that Rudy in Mushoku Tensei's actor? You know a lot. I know it all. Oh! There's mechanical spiders! Yeah, that's why it's all autumny. Well, that's comforting to hear. Whoa! That's fucking awesome! What the fuck? Did that legit happen? How did that happen? What's your power? I like that they're wearing Crocs. Oh my god. What? Yeah, what the fuck is the negator power? That's true. I mean, I remember this episode. They could have just shown me like a 5-second clip instead of a 2.5 minute clip. Oh my god, that's fucking insane looking. I don't like it. Oh! Oh my god! Oh! Is that his life story that just came out of his eyes? Yeah, he just reads about his life? That's fucked. There's enough books in the world. Most people's lives are gonna be boring. Read fiction, bro. I recommend the Mistborn books. They're fun. Alright. But are we gonna see Fuko get slashed? Ooh. Oh, and also, are we gonna see Under arrive? Because Under were in that vision. Oh. That won't work. It didn't work. Oh. Isn't this? Was that how the vision went? No, Under was in the vision, so it can't be yet. Huh. Oh my god! Whoa! What the hell? What the fuck is your power? I mean, not just what's your power, I can kind of guess part of what it is. But what's your negate? Like, what are you negating? You just drew a plane. Nice. Oh, he is under. Right, and good. So because you're in a plane. Damn, so you just lost an arm forever? You just cut off your arm so casually. He doesn't like any of this. That's cool as hell.
断る。安の運だな。こちらが欲しいのは未来の情報だ。混乱を招く。
Oh my god! Just screamed.
その行動は信じていいんじゃないかって。
俺からも頼む。こいつは俺の過去を俺も知らない過去にあるんだと思う。こいつの修行が何なのか知らないが、
cool shot.
それに近づけるなら
無事で戻れ。そしてオータムを捕らえろ。
Okay.
つまりこれで君とフーコちゃんは君の過去に触れられる。
Whoa.
君が予想した通りさ。パワーアップの鍵は
Can you explain your power, please? Oh. Holy shit. Oh my god. There's a lot of info in him. Because he survived for so long. It's different than like the 35-year-old that Autumn killed before. God damn. Okay, so while the outro was going on, I was just looking up to see the voice actor that does the narrator and the voice actor that does Anno, and they're the same voice actor. So the narrator is actually Anno, which is a cool little like quick reveal to do in this show. Like the narrator, you know, was just like a random voice. I mean, it kind of sounded like Juiz a little bit, but it was just like a random voice the whole time. But it turns out it's a character. It's the character that like is kind of the writer of the story that's going on. Like, I mean, it's still not completely clear what's going on with Anno and their power and how everything works. I mean, they're still being super mysterious about it, but it's really cool that like they're the narrator. So that whole time when there's been recap and the narrator has been like explaining everything that's happened, it makes sense. It was the person who writes it, kind of, you know. So very cool. Yeah, I mean this episode was very wild because it was that we didn't get many answers. We got questions. We got a lot of stuff that was like, what the fuck is going on? So like, I think so far out of all the powers, Anno Un has left me the most stumped trying to guess what they negate, because what they're doing, see, I would understand if it was like, oh, this is My Hero Academia, where okay, anything I draw comes into fruition. That's my quirk, you know, like that would be a fine power. It makes sense, you know. I would understand it. So they drew a guillotine came up. They drew Andy's arm. They got to use Andy's arm as if it were Andy's arm. They drew a plane. They got to use a plane, you know, like it makes sense. It follows the logic that I understand, and it's like, obviously, I imagine Anno wouldn't have been able to use Andy's arm until seeing it in action and understanding that is how it works. Like, because a lot of these powers, they work in your subconscious. So it's like, you can't just trick it and go like, well, you know, you know, this is how Andy's arm works and it makes sense to me. Like, you have to actually know that it's something that can happen and that does work, I imagine, before you can create it and have it work that way. That's what I'm guessing. But the thing that stumps me is all of these things have to be negating something. That's the power system. What is they? What is they? I'm trying to use they them pronouns for them because they haven't given pronouns to Anno, and I was saying she at the start, but they did specifically say that their sex gender is unknown, and I think it's good to respect that if they're going by they them pronouns. But I I said they is. What is their power? Like, what are they negating? Like are they negating reality? Unreality? I don't know. Unfiction? Like maybe I can find it here. Maybe it's something to do with like fiction. Like if you negate fiction, you would stop it from being fiction, which means you would turn it real. So unartistic. I don't know. I don't know. Unauthorial. Doesn't matter. But I'm excited to look, like, you know, find out what they are. The thing is, like, a lot of the characters you can figure out from their names. Like, Top is unstoppable, and Andy is undead. You know, like you can figure a lot of these characters out by their name. Their name is a shortening somehow of their power. But obviously, first of all, not all of them, and secondly, it is, what was I saying? Firstly, not that, and secondly, Anno. I think the whole pun with Anno is the Anno Un, Anon, that they're anonymous. So since their name already means something else, I don't think it's also going to be their power. If it was, that would be impressive, honestly, if they could fit 2 puns into that same name. Yeah, anyway. I mean, also, they said it was just a pen name, so they might reveal what their name is when they reveal their power. They'll say, I'm unartistic, and my name is, you know, Artie, or something. Something like that. But yeah, like, crazy power. Yuma Autumn seems kind of crazy, and, we're, you know, gonna go back. We're doing a trading arc and then gonna go back and fight them. But they also like hung a lampshade on the fact that they were doing a trading arc. Like, it was, you know, pretty classic way to set that up. But I mean, they turned Andy into books. The crazy thing is, they turned Andy into books. Can he turn back? Because like I thought they were just gonna like cut his arm, because then they could turn it into books, cut his arm off and read the books or something. I don't know, or like read it while it's on his arm. And then cut it off and regrow. But they cut like down his chest. Like, I guess you can cut off his head and then just regrow from there. But it's like, he was covered in books. He was book city over there. So I don't know what we're doing. Is it fine? Like, are the books all right? Is there no problem with him turning into books? It's not actually damaging. It's just like, I mean, the man, when he was turned into books, he slumped, but then he was also stabbed at the same time, I think. So like he probably died from the stab, not the books. I don't know. Anyway, I don't think there's much else to discuss. It's a show that there's crazy shit going on. I'm also just bad at predictions. Sometimes I'm bad at predictions. Sometimes I'm really good. But I have nothing to say. So thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to support the video if you can, liking, commenting, and subscribing. And go to my Patreon account down in the description below if you want to support me and get the full-length reactions, early access, exclusive videos, lots of other stuff. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.